Oh, you're trying to see who's heavier? Wow, wow. But neither of you are as heavy as this. Get out of here. Go. How heavy are you?
Science.
No, but seriously, how do you know how heavy you are? And am I heavier than you? I don't know. But there's a tool we can use that can measure which objects are heavier and which objects have more mass. It's called a balance scale. Now, rewind. First of all, what is mass? Well, simple terms, mass is how much stuff is in an object, how much matter is in an object. You know those little things called atoms that everything's made out of? Well, yep, that's matter. And what mass is how much of that is in an object. Okay, now what is a balance scale? A balance scale is an object, is a tool that we can use to see which objects are heavier than which and have more mass than which. And grams, what is a gram? Well, a gram is just the standard unit measurement of mass. It's just the thing we use to measure mass. As in, with temperature, we can use Fahrenheit or Celsius. We say 1 degree Fahrenheit or 1 degree Celsius. In this case, it would be 1 gram or 2 grams. The 1 gram or 2 grams or 3 grams or 4 grams, and it goes on and on and on and on. The more grams you have, the more mass, more matter that object has. Okay? Everybody set? Everybody all good? Okay. Now, let's take a look at this balance scale. Whoa. Look at that thing. That thing looks like it's just gonna, I don't know, measure you. And let's grab some objects. Let's say an apple and an orange. And let's see which one's heavier, which one has more mass. Okay? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. First of all, you see those numbers on there, on the apple and the orange? Those are the amount, the grams they have, how much mass they have. And if you notice another thing, they are kind of equal. They're equal in mass, which means that they have the exact same amount of mass, which basically tells us that an apple and orange, or at least this apple and this orange, have the same amount of mass. They're as heavy as each other. And what if we take, let's say, a car, whoa, yeah, like that one, and a baby. Which one do you think is going to be heavier, the baby or the car? Whoa! Whoop, that was a car, yeah, of course. The baby is not going to be as heavy as a car, obviously. But this means that the car has more mass than the baby. There's more stuff inside of the car than there is inside of the baby. And you can see the numbers it has right there. And it's way higher than the baby. Yeah, that baby doesn't look too happy. Let's get him out from there. Go, baby. Now let's see, what else? What else can we measure? I got it. You can measure a tree and oh, you want to get measured? You want to get measured to a tree? Okay, then sure. Okay, okay, okay. Wow, you are really heavy. That is crazy. You have more mass than the tree. Look at how many grams he has compared to the tree. That's a lot more. Now, you guys can go. I want to give you some homework. I want you to make a scale of your own. It doesn't have to have a meter that tells you how many grams it has, but I want you to make a scale of your own where you grab maybe like a ruler and you put it on something to balance it, and you measure which objects in your house are heavier, and make a list listing them from the lightest objects to the heaviest objects, so that you can know which objects are heavier in your house and which objects are lighter. And keep exploring, keep discovering. Stay in school.